This is surreal. And the perfect place to set up shop if you're an archmage.
I hadn't had a chance to see all this before. It's magnificent.
Come on, let's go introduce ourselves to an archmage. This is it. Ringrim was definitely here.
What gave it away? The tableau of frozen corpses? The Archmage of Terror is many things, but subtle is not one of them.
Yes, but look at them. The artistry is sublime. Can you imagine having enough finesse to make all this?
Whatever you say, Yardsley. Regardless, we didn't come across this by accident. The Archmage is trying to frighten us. Successfully, I might add.
A spell. And a very clever one. Ringrim's using her illusions to make people choose to stay away. Everyone except us. Of course I probably can. All spells have a counter. You just have to know what it is. But we can figure that out later. Right now, we have to focus on what's at the end of that passage. Yes, actually. Once a university told me I couldn't look at an archive of Archimir's research. The section that housed those tomes was blocked by a spell akin to this one, which I remedied.
They should have known better than to get in the way of a small, determined academic.
I did leave them a small note, spritzed with a lovely floral scent, of course. One should always say thank you. We should get going, but stay close. I don't know what happens next. These are so lifelike. Poor bastards. What, like it's hard?
At the risk of stating the obvious, it's pretty damn cold. The seasons are all wrong. Nature is grimacing.
Stay close. Ringrim's trying to scare us off, but we won't let him, will we? Really so powerful. It's just a trick, convoy. A crafted gold trick. Keep moving.
visitors. Do you know what this moment calls for? A beautiful, macabre story that lingers in the mind. You wish to find me in my tower? You'll have to wait until I tell this tale.
We're not getting up there. Unless Yaxley sprouts a pair of wings.
There's got to be a way. Let's snoop around.
Land shaped in the dreamer's image, not with stone or axe, but with essence. Songs of ancient magic. Could we sing to them?
a very important statue fell to pieces, and an entire village perished because it wouldn't put the statue back together again.
Let's put these bones to rest. Protect the envoy!
Seek!
The village could not, and restore the statue. I will see you inside my tower.
We're in no position to argue. She has all the power here. Logically, I know these were put here to frighten us. And yet, I'm still frightened.
What's been wrong? Then rock!
The village wanted so badly to do the right thing.
This wizard is making us jump through hoops for her own amusement. Are you certain she can actually help us?
I think it's part and parcel of being an archmage, unfortunately. Maybe she's trying to teach us something. That makes sense. Oh, that means we get to investigate.
That statue seems important. An answer in search of a question.
It's probably connected to that village Ringrim mentioned, so keep that in mind, darling.
Most likely. The head and the hand are gone. What's the significance?
It's even missing its heart. See the open chest cavity? Oh, and Ringrim left us a book. Let's see what it says. There once stood a village protected by a statue. It kept the air crisp, the land fertile, and the people safe. For a time, the village prospered. For a time, there was the thought that the winter would never come. But then the statue shattered, and winter did come, and the village could not make a decision to save itself. That's the gist of it, yes. But the author said it better. First things first, let's get those statue pieces.
Puzzles are known to sharpen the mind. The Archmage must want to hone our senses.
Even more bodies. How gauche.
and wrath. Who defends?
Envoy, to the right!
That'll show him.
out of stone. It's quite realistic, isn't it?
And warm to the touch. Strange, though not unpleasant.
Archmagi truly are inscrutable creatures, aren't they?
You're here for my Adra piece, aren't you? You can't have it!
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you too, dearie.
I'll die without the Adra. Please, don't take it from me. I don't want to die. I don't remember anymore. I was in pain for so terribly long. But the Adra has kept me alive. Don't let them take it away. What statue? What are you talking about? Why shouldn't I have the Adra piece? It's mine.
Interesting. This must be another illusion.
They may be an illusion, but their fear isn't.
I don't know what you're talking about. Just please let me keep this. The other villagers, they want me to give them the Adra piece. They say it'll save us. But if they take it, I'll die. And I don't want to die. Please!
I don't think they can hear us. They're like a song stuck in your head, repeating the same verse.
I told the other villagers I need it. I understand everyone's in danger, but I don't want to die. Don't take the Adra piece from me. I'll do anything. Please! Is there no other way? Why does it have to be me who dies? Please, please, no.
If the village had been as sensible as you, they would have lived.
That poor man. Was he a real person once? Did all that happen to him?
Whether he was real or not, he was put here to prove a point. Either way, it's cruel.
Well, for better or worse, I can't wait to find out more.
You're doing a lot of work to impress someone more powerful than us. I hope it it's worth it.
I'm sure they go somewhere. Let's go see where.
Seek! Defend! Seek!
Let's finish this.
Seek!
You won't get
Beyond seek!
Not bad, Uncle.
Beyond seek! Defend! Beyond seek!
Yansley, well done.
The village was on the verge of destruction, but still they argued.
a hand. We have everything now. Let's hurry back and see how it all works.
That ought to be the final piece. Let's be done with this.
It's the lesson rather than the authenticity of the story that matters, I guess. We've got all the pieces. Quick, quick, put them in. Oh, I want to see how all of this works. It's so clever. I think she constructed this whole place to give us a parable. In the story, the village died because it couldn't make the decision and the sacrifice to save itself. They couldn't separate the weeping man from the statue piece and just let him die, not even to save the whole village. And so, everyone perished, because they made the mistake of having a heart. Life can drive us to make painful choices, can't it? Anyway, this is fascinating. This is more than just a statue. I think it uses Adra as a source of power.
I could have managed without the statue, but to each their own.
Clearly, we can't physically move ourselves up to Ringrim's tower. But magically? That could be a different story. With the Adra pieces connected to the statue, they might be powering her magic. Like Animancy, but much bigger. Ringgrim said that if we could do what the village could not, put the statue back together, we'd find our way to the tower. What if this statue was meant to move us from here to there? Exactly right. Adra's powerful stuff, and it's known for transporting souls. Usually to the wheel, but the theory's the same. Well, what are you waiting for? Put the pieces in! Do you know how many people ever get to meet an archmage? I don't understand how you are so calm. Ready or not, let's go meet an archmage.
Archmage is expecting us, but that doesn't necessarily mean we're welcome.
We're going into an Archmage's tower. It'll all be fine. Or at least exciting.
This would make a nice parlor, if you got rid of the corpses.
Look at all these books. Do you think she'd let me borrow some?
Look at the three of you. It's like something out of a book. A godlike of an unknown deity, an exiled animancer, and a rainbow-colored wizard. All looking for a garden, from what I've gleaned.
It is her. We felt the pluck of her fingers outside our door, searching. For us? Our prison? Who is she? What does she seek?
My little puzzle was very clever, wasn't it? A challenge and a parable, all at once.
Well, now that we're done with the formality of defeating the skeletons...
So, the parable still had weight. You were still made to think, as was I. I've never seen a godlike with your appearance before. What did you think I was trying to tell you with the puzzle? Indeed. Omelets need shattered eggs, after all. The point of the parable is quite simple. Sentimentality is a privilege. The village would have lived if they had chosen to sacrifice one dying soul for the good of many living ones. If it comes to it, yes. I hope you'll choose pragmatism over sentimentality. More than anything, the whole challenge was for you to understand how I think. No one truly matters in the long run. Not even me, or the other archmages. It's what we leave behind. What matters is that our lives buy the world more history, more beauty, more time to create interesting things. Do you understand? For conversation with me, primarily. Most people find it difficult to relate to an archmage. And if you cannot do so, it will complicate my attempts to communicate with you. I hope you're not intending to enter the ruins. I won't open the path. I came to the Living Lands because the sickness here, this dream scourge, fascinated me. This plague shouldn't exist. It can't, and yet it does. The essence of the Living Lands is falling into chaos and entropy. It's more powerful than anything I've seen. I suspect it has something to do with how the Adra has been severed from the rest of the world. I believe the answers lie in the ruins, but the essence there is so strong it's blocking my spell work, which has never happened before. Ever. No one enters Naku Kubel until I get to the bottom of this. Sorry. Curiouser and curiouser. What is so special about you, godlike? You have my interest. Show me if you live up to it. A god I did not know about? Well, that's fatally exciting. I can't believe I overlooked this possibility. A god here, alone, trapped in the severed Adra. This explains so much. My magic being ineffective, the essence here being so intense. And you, godlike, with your unfamiliar appearance. You're the missing key to the lock, sealing Naku Kubel. Don't take this the wrong way, but in a different life, I'd have flayed you for my study. You are a godlike of this strange, isolated, possibly miserable god. A piece of them resides in you. I have no doubt that like will recognize like. You will open the gates to Naku Kubel, and I will study this metaphysical aberration up close. Go. Find your so-called garden. Report your findings to me. Perhaps there is more to this than either of us alone can see. If there's anything of interest there, I imagine you'll find it. A little, yes. Mostly I'm just pleased that there are still things I'm ignorant of. It's gotten so tedious of late. A good question, with possibly worrying answers.
Severing Adra like this requires mass amounts of essence. The souls of thousands offered up for a singular purpose.
Who knows how many were sacrificed to sever an entire continent? And why? I do intend to find out, though. My thanks in return, godlike. It's not often that Kith, or really anything at all, can surprise me. I wish you luck on your journey, if you believe in such things. Just keep in mind that countless dream thralls are on the same path. I'm sure you'll survive. If not, well, lovely to have met you. Let's hope you remain unscathed. And you, Orlan, you seem a clever one. Take my grimoire. It will allow you to dispel the barrier I have set before the ruins. You have talent. Not any mage can dispel my illusions. Perhaps when this is over, we should speak again.
You want to speak again? Yeah, of course. Can't wait.
She gave you her grimoire. Be careful with that thing. Who knows what it can do?
I assume you want directions to the ruins. The ruins are far in the northwest. The people here have named that area the Deadfall Highlands. No more wasting time. Off you go. Use the teleporter behind me to leave. Or jump, I suppose, if you're feeling grim.
We're in an Archmage's lair. The Archmage of Terror, no less. How terrifying. I never would have thought to weave spells in this way. I guess that's why she's an Archmage.
Let's talk at camp.
Are you still here? Oh, do go away. I have reading to do.
Did just happen, right? I didn't imagine it. Reingrim liked me? And my spellcraft! And she gave me her grimoire. Look, isn't it the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? You were incredible. Thank you for trusting me.
You, my dear, have a promising career ahead of you.
Oh, Quilici would have been so proud if he were here. I cannot wait to tell him. With Ringrim's grimoire, I think we can go to the ruins and find the garden.
For once, we've outpaced Ludwig. A rare advantage. I say we use it.
Then there's no time to waste. I must prepare for Naku Kubel. As must you.
Let's hope the ruins are warm. I didn't think to bring a coat.
We're in an Archmage's lair. The Archmage of Terror, no less. How terrifying.
Let's not do that again. Let's stay out of Archmage's domains from now on. Sure, we made it out alive, but that outcome felt out of my hands more than I'd like. I know. Sometimes you just have to charge into a wizard's domain and endure a parable about a village. Anyway, I'm glad to be out of there. Time to curl up with some jerky and a few swigs of Wodak. Anyway. Thanks for talking.
I've been trying to sort my thoughts since we left her domain. We met Ringrim. The Ringrim. Master illusionist of the Circle of Archmagi. And we impressed her. She even offered to make me her apprentice. It was overwhelming. I can still feel my heartbeat. It doesn't feel real, but it is. Oh, Handra's titties. What am I going to do? If I take the apprenticeship, I'll have to leave Quilici and Fjord. And what about my study of the godless? I I've spent my whole life with them. Oh, you even learned their proper name. I can't believe you listened. You'll make me cry at this rate. I'm not a kid anymore. I can't do everything all at once. There are only 26 hours in a day. I love my life as it is now. Exploring as I wish and coming home to open arms and a warm bed. I don't want to give that up. But this is something I never even dreamed of. But it's big. It won't leave room for much else. And I'm too old to... Oh, Envoy. What would you do? The people of Fjord are stronger than they seem. But you're right. They feel unsafe in their own homes now. Quilici and I could return home and continue our lives, with little improvements here and there. Thank you, dearie. I can't promise I'll act on it, but I really appreciate the advice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to write a letter to Quilici. He'll never believe me.
Good evening. Oh, she was incredible. A self-employed researcher working to further her own interests, answering to no one. Not that I'm overlooking her arrogance or her disdain for the lives of others. What inspires me is her persistence. More importantly, she confirmed my suspicion. The living land sits atop a closed system of Adra. If nothing else, it's good to find someone who believes in your work. On this scale, very unusual. I've been thinking, a closed system might explain a few things. Imagine souls passing through Adra. They die here and they're reborn here, over and over. After so many lifetimes, the Adra grows dense, full of life and wisdom, fear and pain, with nowhere to go. A quaint but accurate simplification. Such an environment would be rich with essence, messy, but full of potential for something or someone to grow. Maybe that's how they started, in their most primordial form. Anyway, it's just a theory. Don't quote me on it. If I must.
Being here brings back memories.
Shake the sand out of your bedroll before you settle in.
Right. As we were saying. Yonatan.
I beg your pardon?
Huh? You sneezed. Yonatan.
Yonatan. Is it supposed to sound like a sneeze?
How should I know?
Thank you, dear. I think I just got some perfume ingredients stuck in my nose.
Right. Just be careful. There's something going around the camp. I think Kai caught some kind of...
Yonatan.
did you and Quilici meet? For some reason, you won't tell me the story. Was it scandalous? Did you seduce him away from a noble heiress and now you're both in hiding?
No, it's a tale as old as time, my dear. We locked eyes across the bar back in Fjord, and he was a goner. The moment he found out I wanted to see Naku today, he offered to take me there. So off we went. And once I'd gotten my foot of the ruins exterior, we had just enough time left to explore and return.
Research and romance. When I find my special someone, I can only hope our meeting is as educational as yours.
Magical ability required to make such a barrier. It's remarkable. I've dreamt of exploring Nagukubel for years, to find out what happened to the godless who built this and why they vanished. Of course, but we can take a little look around, since we're here already, can't we?
We found something like this in Naku Tadak. What's their significance?
These are magfolk. They're often found in many godless ruins, but they are definitely not godless. No one knows where the magfolk came from, only that they seem to be in constant conflict with the godless. Godless ruins are filled with magfolk remains, but no records of them exist in Akhidan lore. I don't think the godless did well against the magfolk.
They seem to be killing machines. But who made them? And to what end?
8 years. Blood like a fountain. No quarter. Nothing spared.
Wait, did the voice in your head just talk? What did it say? Perhaps more. It's impossible to know the true count. Anything of historic importance is often blood-soaked. Are you ready? We're entering one of their holiest places. Who knows what we'll find? Okay. Got my wand, got my grimoire. Let's go already.
We remember. They loved and we loved in return. We are nearly free now. We remember. They loved and we loved in return.
Halloween's gonads. We're actually in Nakukubel. Someone pinch me.
Not saying a word.
Someone's eager to meet us.
Not bad for a scholar.
Defend!
heart of the Akita beats. Our veins stir. You are close. Seek the ancient kith who dwell here. They will show you the way.
The brambles! How did you... Oh, and someone's here now. No one's ever in the ruins.
An intruder comes.
That's a ghost. That's an Akita ghost!
You don't belong here. Why have you come? What business do you have in this place? Tell me, before I strike you down. The gardener grows and grows and grows their reach still, I see.
The gardener. That must be how the ancient Akidans referred to their god, to stop it all.
I am Numena, Tebaro Senakis and guardian of the Akita and the living lands. They came swarming, relentless, these juggernauts. So many they stole the heat from the stars. They brought death to our temples. They brought doom to our kin. And the sky held no sun as our children screamed.
Oh, I know this. You speak of the Magfolk.
Yes, Story Seeker. Their corpses remain, as do our memories of what they did to us. We would have offered them everything, just to save some piece of us. But they did not speak. The Deathbringers were only there for the slaughter. Our words were burned. Our buildings were broken. Anything that was of Akita, they destroyed.
That's why there are no records, no histories.
We fought so hard, but we fell too. Then they trapped our gardener.
Trapped. A sepulchre of endless night. Bones beneath roots. Stop this. The memory, it scorches our wounds. The light, it blinded us. Why were we so afraid?
The gardener quickens. This hastens our fears. What the gardener requests, none dare refuse. In their fear, they begged that we protect them. Death hungers and cannot be sated. That which killed the Akita wants more slaughter still. So our gardener calls then, begging one more time to be set free.
We wait. They know. They understand. Why do they hinder you?
When the gardener calls, there is no turning away. But you will prove yourself to us through a series of trials. Survive these trials, and you will know the way to the garden. First is a trial of strength. Demonstrate your might against our ancient dead, and earn the right to face the second. You saw. Yes, she was tested. She was trained to build and lead. But she fell, as did all the cities of my people when the Magfolk came. Go now. Your trials begin.
Understudies, we just spoke to an ancient Akedan! So much for the first trial. On to the second. We've got another door open. And another ghost.
You have the gardener's markings, but you are not one of us. You did not fall with us. Why have you come here? Tell me your mind. Tell me what writhes in it. You wish to find our gardener? I know that story, and where it ends. The Magfolk sought the gardener too, and our gardener did not want to be found. Our gardener knew what the Magfolk would do, and they broke the world to keep themselves safe. The waters boiled. The land opened, the rivers rose, and we drowned.
We broke the pain. We died with them. How did we do this? We bleed, they bleed, the magfolk strike. How could we pierce the vein? We cannot, we writhe. Why must we feel this again?
There were so few of us left when the magfolk were at our doors. How could you know of this? Yes, their ways are strange and volatile, and you will need to show wisdom to navigate them. Their ways are not the ways of people. You want a path to the garden? Pass this trial of the mind. Show me how clever you are. We will know the breadth of your wisdom before we let you learn what our gardener truly is.
Whatever gets us answers must be worth it, right?
A trial of the mind. I wonder if there's a clever trick to it.
These ghosts aren't very helpful, are they?
The dead should not keep secrets, unless they resent the living.
Perhaps they're just unused to visitors. Surely they'll warm up to us eventually.
Who maintains these traps? Ridiculous when you think about it. This is going to hurt.
Slow down a bit. That should make things easier.
about being less wealthy than I'd hoped.
What did you expect? They're dead.
They must be trying to protect their gardener. Still, this feels hostile.
Don't worry. We're getting answers. With or without their help.
Judging by this mural, the relationship the Akita had with her god was complicated. Perhaps Sapidal was a little moody? This mural almost makes me feel nervous. Looks like a list of building materials. Probably for Nakukubeli itself. It's also well preserved. I mean, considering everything. First, an Archmage's lair. Now here? It's like all my name days have come at once.
Wherever we find godless ruins, we find answers.
You bear our gardener's mark. Somehow you've proven to have strength and wit. We now see what you represent. We know the truth of you. We cannot risk you causing another calamity. You know of this. Nimana's brethren were mistaken. But we would know what's best for our gardener. We understand what they are. No more words. You have not earned the right. Finish your last trial. You come as a supplicant. You do not have the privilege of questions. Go.
The living should not heed the advice of the dead.
These trials require a leap of faith.
our gardener's mark.
Then wrong!
The gardener has grown roots into the outlander.
What do you truly seek with our God?
This is... Oh. Well, seems like some of the construction crew had all kinds of fun.
Phantasmal focus is growing warm. That's never a good sign.
Somehow you bested our trials. Like vermin, you persist.
Like vermin, you endured. You kept your head.
You live where worthier souls have fallen, but your journey ends here.
Soil hardens. Hesitation. Why do we smell fear? They are here to be found. Why? Why will they not free us?
This is where you die, Outlander. We cannot risk you provoking the Gardener and causing another calamity.
For you to fall or falter, we would have allowed you to leave if you had chosen to. But you would not relent. Now, we must take matters into our own hands.
Be that as it may, we still won't risk another. You must perish, Outlander.
We will not have the Gardener break this land again. You cannot convince us otherwise.
Accusations like water. We do not recognize our face. The ripples break. What do they hide from us? Why do they turn away?
Now, lay your life down. We will all rest quietly. The Gardener will not be disturbed.
I only do what we must.
So be it. Prepare yourself.
Worth and wrong!
Seek!
Anyone else want to die a second time?
Oh, and it looks like we got a prize on the table over there. Let's take a look, shall we? So much rage in this world. The Sabadal must have been furious, and the Akidans unfortunate bystanders.
Wow. I've never seen an Akidan device like this. These mechanisms, they mark the locations of important sites. It's a map.
Ever closer. We must speak of this.
A map? I can't believe it survived all these years. Just waiting for the right hands to pick it up again.
Don't rush me, dearie. Akidan isn't easy to translate, you know.
so close. We reach. Find us in the Adra.
Your gods said hello, didn't they? Go on then, deal with them. I need time to translate.
I think your god would like a word. Try and make it quick.
Come, we yearn for answers. You are here. You heard us in the roots. You seek the garden. You know the way. But the Tibaru Sinakis, they turn from you. How can this be? Surely they would welcome you as kin, grafted from the same root. As painful as a wound reopened, yes. We were theirs and they were ours, and we told them to protect the wild and the green. In return, we promised to protect them, and we were true. Always, we protected them. We will not remember. Do not question us. Blame slips between the bones like a blade. We lived in harmony. We were at peace, and then they came with metal bodies and murderous intent. We tried to stop them. Not our fault. We did not will this. We did not do this. We tried. We did not want them to die. We loved them. We tried. We loved them so much. We did not cause pain. The spirits lie. We loved them most. They twist our words. We will show you. Let us offer you another gift. A seedling of power. Our gift is yours to accept or reject. That is all we will say. It will be your loss to regret. Wait. An intruder. The piercing light. She draws near. The wire. A razor in our throat. Stop her! We writhe. We bleed. She brings the purging fire at her back. She comes to trap us. Out! Out! Send her out! Set us free!
Wake up! Wake up! What happened? Are you all right? What did you do?
While you were unconscious, the Adra pillar was not. A great deal of energy passed through it, to parts unknown.
You can't hear all the dream thralls trying to get in now. What happened with Stop It All? Once we get past all these dream thralls, I'll be excited to see what scares a god. They're flooding the area, so I think it's a great time to leave. Now! The map points us to Galawain's tusks. We'll find the way to the garden there. We just have to find a godless tower on the southern coast, and boom! There's our entrance into the garden.
We should talk to Marius. He knows the tusks better than anyone. Until then, we must ready ourselves for a fight.
Get off me!
Yatsli, look out!
Much as I hate to leave, get out of this before more drink.
Feed them to the earth!
Hurry in the front! Well, if you insist.
In the eyes!
eager to meet us.
You dare not bark!
Eon Seek!
Couldn't have done it better. Let's finish this. Bravo! Protect the envoy.
Seek!
have done it better.
Leave before you worsen the situation.
Ruins are overgrown with corruption. We should burn it out before it spreads.
You're a child playing at being a hero. You understand none of the forces at work here.
The Circle of Archmagic has overstepped their authority. Again.
I don't know how to explain this any better. This is not a problem to solve with cannons or steel.
Is that... Oh, it can't be. Not now. Not her.
Envoy, I hope you found what you were looking for, because those ruins are about to be a distant memory. I have eyes in every corner of the living lands. Some more discreet than others. This is a spring from which the Dream Scourge flows, injecting poison into the veins of the island.
No, a cleansing fire. Poison or cure?
The same poison that spread to Fior Messiverno, and even now rots the city from within.
The only poison I see here is you, and I would love nothing more than to purge you from the living lands.
Charming. Stand by my side, and we can strike a blow at the Dream Scourge, and at Sopadal. We'll see about that. I've been watching you, Envoy. You, who survived when so many godlike fell. I even asked the gods what made you so remarkable. And the burned queen opened my eyes to what you are. We knew the chaos of the living lands had an origin. How could I have known that you were its offspring? Yes, but even a humble acorn can sprout a tree. There are 2 plagues in the living lands. Help me destroy one, and the other will follow.
Ashes! Nothing of the Akita will remain!
We may not burn out the dream scourge here, but we can burn out its symptoms and take the fight to your patron.
Spirits cry out, bury the fire, but still they rage.
Is her first instinct always to destroy stuff and hope that fixes things?
Always thinking with your sword. You zealots never change. I happen to like these ruins. They've been very informative. Without them, I'd never have learned there was a new god in the living lands.
Another reason why they should be destroyed. Sapadal is dangerous, but an archmage is more unpredictable by far.
I do love it when people choose to listen to reason. I have an alternate solution to the problem at hand.
This should be amusing.
I am not talking to you, am I? Don't interrupt me.
I enjoy reminding bullies how toothless they really are. Anyway, I can sever the connection between the Adra in the ruins and the rest of the living lands. It will isolate the dream-scourged essence and halt the creation of new dream thralls in Shatterscarp. But those that exist will remain. My solution will end the plague in this region, I believe, and keep Ludwig from having to do terrible things to those nice ruins. I knew I liked you for a reason. Yes, there is a catch. It's also what you may call a large one. Severing the Adra will require the use of a truly immense amount of essence, which, well, will result in a few deaths.
A few deaths? What about Quilici? And the other Furians? And Quilici?
Gods, you're right.
A gentle sleep. One moment day, the next, a poppy's dream to carry them to the Garden of Night. They would feel no pain.
I'm so very glad you recall. Yes, exactly. Very concisely put.
A few dozen people may die. Possibly 100 or so in the more dire scenarios. There is no control over who will perish in the process. But it will stop the Dream Scourge from spreading in Shatterscarp. No new Dream Thralls will be created.
I once thought of pursuing such an idea, but only after careful study. What she suggests is anything but careful.
It's not an ideal solution. But it is easier to save a life when you've amputated the necrotic limb, so to speak.
At least I'm not the only rational voice in this debate. She would sacrifice the very people we're trying to save, and for what? Not even to destroy the Dream Scourge. Merely to slow it down.
Destroying the ruins and killing the dream thralls within is also a short-term measure. Ludwig's solution will eventually result in the same number of casualties, possibly even more. If only the Inquisitor was as astute as you. Regardless, you're correct. So long as the Dream Scourge exists, more people will become infected. And the infected will take more lives, and this will continue indefinitely.
She has no idea what the consequences of her actions might be. And neither do you. Envoy, I want to show you something. I swore an oath to my goddess, a solemn vow that I would give everything in service to her, even myself, and I did so gladly. Sapadal wants the same devotion from you. The only difference is, you never had a choice. An avowed servant of a higher power, much like you.
She's a death guard, obviously. One of nature's little mistakes. Too dead to live. Too stubborn to die.
Silence. And what makes you so sure the decision is truly yours? Sapadal has been whispering in your ear, guiding you, influencing you. You owe Sapadal nothing, and yet they demand everything. That is not devotion. It's cruel.
What an amateur. She accuses Sapadal of what she intends to inflict on you. Don't fall for it.
Yes, quite difficult to decide whether to believe your new god or the angry skeleton actively threatening us.
Godlike. I leave the choice to you. Both options will bring harm. The question is, which will bring more good? Perhaps not. But one of these solutions will bring an end to the matter in Shatterscarp. Remember the village and the statue it couldn't repair. Remember the lesson I tried to teach you. None of our lives matters. Not when they might cost us the future. Now choose, Envoy. Destroy the ruins and the Dream Thralls, but allow the plague to keep spreading. Or sever the Adra and end the plague in Shatterscarp, with an unknowable number of casualties.
She toys with you with innocent lives, while I offer only the truth.
Good people die either way, but severing the Adra shortens their suffering, I hope.
Breaking the Adra is a bold choice, but it's such a terrible cost. If only we had time to do it with some finesse. But Quilici, God, if there's even a chance he could... No, I can't think of that right now. Then again, it's not as if I trust Ludwig. The dead have no right to choose for the living. I'm at a loss. Whatever you do, make sure you believe in it, because there's no going back.
Call it an experiment. To see if a mortal can think of futures beyond one's lifetime. And be less sentimental than the village about its statue. Also, I rather loathe the Inquisitor. She's far too used to getting her own way.
Ideological and self-absorbed. You hold a blade to the throat of my soldiers, but that's no excuse for wasting my time. Envoy, I hate to be in this position, but at least the choice is in Ediran hands. So choose.
Oh, what a relief. You really scared me there, Envoy.
I don't like our options, but maybe we can learn something from this one. Let's just hope Quilici is all right.
So be it. Sapadal's hold over you is stronger than I suspected.
Prune, strengthen the living leaves. We twine.
Attune your soul to Sapadal to assist my focus on the Adra. You're the only one who can do that part. And Yatsli, come, help me. I think you'll enjoy this.
I don't trust this heathen